Hello, this is Jim Connolly with Weston Nurseries in Chelmsford. How you doing today? I'm going to talk to you about my top 3 native shrubs with fall or winter interest. At this time of the year, we're starting to see a lot of native shrubs do their thing. It might be a fall color that's very unique. It might be a berry that they produce. For those plants that do produce berries, a lot of them are very beneficial for birds and wildlife, so that way they can have food sustenance through the winter time. So my 3 are as follows. I'm standing in front of Ilex glabra compacta, or compact inkberry. Now, inkberry is a plant that was found when the settlers came here to the United States. And the reason why they call it inkberry is it produces a black fruit, and this black fruit was crushed up and a black dye was made from this. And with the quill, that's how they would scribe or pen some kind of a notation from one thing to another, to one letter to another, and so on and so forth. That's why they call it inkberry. So it's kind of interesting. It's a little fun fact, if you will. There are many types of inkberries. Most of the compact ones can give you a 4 to 6 foot height, 3 to 5 foot width. There are some real compact, dense ones that Proven Winter has come out with. One called Ilex glabra gem box, and that's really a good one for hedging applications. There's also one called strong box. So if you're looking for an inkberry that's native to substitute with like a boxwood for a hedging, it's a good choice. So if you're looking to use the inkberry in the landscape, you could use this in a part shade area where you want some screening that will get 4 to 5 foot tall. It could have used around, let's say, along the foundation where you might want to hide a high foundation, or if you have some AC units and you want to make it more attractive so that you're not seeing that unsightly cube, this would be a great choice for that. So a really great native plant. The second one I want to talk about that has berries is your winterberry. And the winterberry has that beautiful red berry that you see right there through the fall and into the winter. As well, this has a nice yellow fall color. The inkberry that I just mentioned is evergreen, so that's going to keep its leaves all through the winter. The winterberry, once the fall color comes and it starts to show those beautiful tones of yellow, it drops its leaves, and then you have that nice red berry cluster all over the stems through the winter time until the birds eat them later in the winter. It's a great plant for cutting and using in winter decorations as well, so that you can enjoy the beauty of the berry around the holiday season. Winterberry varieties vary from some small ones that can grow 2 to 4 foot to others that might get 8 to 10 foot, and anywhere in between. The dwarf varieties that tend to grow smaller would be great in the landscape around the foundation, and then the larger varieties would be great just in massings along the roadside or along the property line to give you some winter interest from the distance. Those orange and red berries are really outstanding from afar. There's some berrying varieties that have a red fruit, some that have an orange fruit, so it's called Ilex verticillata or winterberry. You can check our website. We have a lot of information available that explains the different varieties. And my third choice is another deciduous shrub that a lot of people have been using to replace for the burning bush, which became invasive and is choking out our natural woods. And this one is called Itea or Sweetspire, and you can see that beautiful plum red fall foliage. The benefit of the Itea is you do get a white bottle brush flower that develops in the springtime, and that flower is going to be very attractive in May. And then you've got the green leaves that will be on the plant through the summertime. And then once the fall weather starts to develop that fall winter color, it's really outstanding and massing. Again, a plant that can take a little bit of moisture, a native plant that you might find near a woodlands area where there's a stream. Sweetspire can grow about 4 or 5 foot tall, maybe even a little bit bigger, a little bit wider. There's one called Little Henry, which tends to stay more compact and can do more of a 2 to 3 foot height and width-ish in a lifetime. So those were 3 of my top favorite native plants with fall and winter interest. If you have any questions about these plants and others, you can leave it in the chat below. Until then, I'll see you on our next video. This is Jim Connolly saying Thank you and have a great day.